I guess the only way to really get this started is to just dive in and start talking. It's kind of ironic. I lecture for a living. I'm an adjunct college professor at a local community college. Every day, 5 days a week, I get up and address groups of students, usually flying by the seat of my pants with no lesson planning. And here I am at a loss for words when I'm just talking to a camera and a microphone pinned to my shirt. But every story has some kind of beginning, and I guess I have to start somewhere with this. And I'm really surprised to a degree that I'm even here to record this. When I went to bed last night, I wasn't exactly anticipating waking up. Not that I was planning on dying. I just kind of threw my hands up in the air and decided to let life do what it will. I guess to explain my situation, at the beginning of the academic year back in August, I pretty much had everything that someone could want, or at least for my situation. Had a good job. I had a successful small business selling gaming stuff. Pretty much for the first time in my life, it felt like I had life under control. And then things happened. Things fell apart. I ended up resigning from my teaching position in the public schools pretty much out of frustration. If you've been in an American public school within the last 10 years, you can pretty much sympathize and make conjectures about why I had to get out of there. In February, I realized that the store just didn't have the momentum to carry through, and ended up liquidating the store, and pretty much saw everything that I had been building up over the last 34 years slowly disintegrating. Even my studies. I'm a doctoral student out at a local regional university, and this semester has just been really difficult for various reasons. And I started to realize, as things were disintegrating, that I had reached a point in time where I was going to stop fighting. I kind of decided, being a large person, that if I were to feel a fatal cardiac event coming on, I just wasn't going to do anything. Wasn't going to call 911. Wasn't going to draw any attention to it. I was just going to go find somewhere, for lack of a better word, go find a little corner somewhere and die, for lack of a better mental image. And I thought that I was having that moment last night. This time last night, I was casually perusing Google, looking up words like chest pains. My chest was tight, my right shoulder was tight, my heart was pumping hard enough to the point where I could feel the beats throughout my entire chest cavity. And when I went to bed, that was kind of me throwing my hands up and telling fate, if you want me, here's your chance. This is your last opportunity to take me out. When I wake up in the morning, there's going to be no more passivity. There's no more lying down and letting fate, for lack of a better word, fuck me over, as it's been doing since August. And when I woke up this morning, I pretty much held to that. So I decided this is my opportunity to start taking control for things. And the first thing that I need to address is my weight, which I will probably deal with very heavily in entries that follow this. I've been, as an adult, anywhere from 225 pounds in the summer of 1998 to 365 pounds as of July, August, September of 2006. And pretty much I've been on any side of the spectrum, one side or the other, and started pushing, getting my weight down. When things started to disintegrate, I would go back to eating, and found my weight kind of fluctuating. And even though I'm not one of these miserable fat people that you hear stereotyped in the media, I am very cool with my size. I am very happy with my size, and that's kind of the conflict that I deal with every time that I start losing weight. I find that I have that image that I'm comfortable with slowly deteriorating away, but at the same time I also know that being overweight is taking a huge toll on me. And last night when I was sitting in this chair, kind of wondering, if these were my last hours, when I made a post over to my text blog, I was wondering if this was going to be the last one, the one when somebody dies. All of the friends that you haven't heard from in years suddenly become your best friend, and they all swarm in, wanting to be the one to take all the attention. I was kind of wondering, who those attention whores were going to be that were going to come in and try to make themselves the center of my death if I did indeed have a fatal cardiac episode last night. So I know I need to do something about my weight, and that's the big reason why I've started this particular blog. Unfortunately, I'm not a pampered celebrity, nor am I a has-been. You have to be someone in order to be a has-been. So that means that an option like Celebrity Fit Club is out, even though every time I lose weight, I always seem to lose more than anybody on that show. I am a single male, living alone, supporting myself somehow, and I don't have a pampered lifestyle that would allow me to take several months off, where things like my car payment is subsidized, rent is subsidized, all of the things that would need to stay constant in Orlando while I would go off and do a show like Biggest Loser. I'm not in that position. Even ironically enough, when I put my mind to losing weight, I somehow always lose more than those contestants. So I'm kind of on my own here, working out of my little apartment here in lovely Altamont Springs. And this is going to be my effort to document. Last night I stepped on the scale. The numbers weren't bad. This is easily a salvageable situation. It's 1:13 in the morning on April 17th. This is pretty much day zero. When I wake up in the morning and the day has officially started, that'll be day one. And I'm just going to document as I go through. I hope that you can take something from this other than wasted bandwidth. I guess we'll see what happens.